Hey guys, welcome back to episode 2 of Stout and Lager, where we're gonna get into some more good beers and some more good conversations. As
Oh
always,
yeah.
I'm Stout, and I have my
Um.
my lovely companion.
Ooh, lovely. Sam might be jealous. I'm also I'm Lager. Welcome. I'm excited to be here again for the second time.
Cracking open my beer and
Oh
pouring
yeah,
it.
this the ASMR part of our podcast.
Ah shit. I kind of like half hard poured and half. Oh fuck.
Classic stout.
Yeah, I mean I feel like stouts typically like some just tell you to hard pour, some don't say anything.
You know.
Oh no. Oh no, it says independent brewery.
To be fair, I feel like people who are ordering stouts probably not rating too much.
Damn, you calling stout
Well,
drinkers stupid?
No, I don't think they're stupid. I think they're at that point they're just like it's 9%. I'm good with that.
You can say the same thing for IPAs though, because usually when I drink
That's
an
true.
IPA in a brewery or like at a bar is because it's high percentage and it's not expensive. The thing with the stouts
Yeah.
is that they're high percentage, but they're usually pretty expensive. Not sure why. I guess they may not be as like popular, or they may not have as much. So maybe it's a
Probably. I
little bit
mean,
more.
I wonder if in Europe they're more popular. The whole like stout business and stuff. Because like I think Europeans can drink a lot more than Americans. I feel like.
Yeah.
Um.
I think like dark
Uh,
beers in general, because they have like dark lagers and like I feel
Dark
like a lot of
lagers,
the what's it called, the German style beers have more of a dark hue to it.
Maybe. Hey, yeah, but cheers, man.
Cheers, cheers, cheers! I have half a cup of beer and half a cup of foam because I fucked up again,
Hell,
but
hell
it's
yeah.
okay. I'm gonna enjoy it nonetheless.
If it's your picture though. So yeah. So
That's literally how my beer looks, except it's a little bit lower.
I always like the picture because it looks like you have a toupee right on top of it. But
Yeah, the foam's
so yeah,
coming over.
so what you ended up doing since last week, Stout?
Yeah, so this is episode 2 we recorded.
Yeah.
And we actually uploaded today too, so we're doing a little bit of a double header today. But
Don't matter.
past couple of days, nothing too crazy. I played soccer on Sunday.
Oh
It's
yeah.
been raining a bunch where I'm at, so played soccer in the rain. That was pretty fun. And then
Well, that's
I
epic,
saw
though.
Mario at 11, or what the fuck, at 11. I saw Mario on Sunday as well.
Mario Super Mario Bros. movie.
Yes, it was pretty good.
Oh, dude, I've not watched it, so
Yeah,
you can spoil it,
I think
whatever.
for the most part, when we talk about like newer movies, we may have to be a little more just overall and not maybe spoilers. Because like last episode we talked about like what the first Shazam, Fast and Furious stuff that's like older. So
Yeah,
it doesn't really
yeah.
matter too much talking about context. But for newer stuff, we could do that. But yeah, so Sunday played soccer, watched a movie, went to an izakaya actually.
What
which
there's
was-
stuff there?
Yeah, dude.
Obviously.
It was fire. They had obviously I think it's the yakitori, I think is what they're called,
Yeah.
the skewers.
But by the way, what is an izakaya for the viewers?
Yes.
Stout.
So an izakaya is traditionally, I guess like in Japan, they're traditionally like places where you go to eat and drink, but it's like kind of like tapas, I guess, if you know like
Tapas,
Spanish
yeah.
tapas. But it's like a Japanese version of that where they have like meat skewers, different appetizers, and they typically have like beer, sake, wine, Japanese whiskey. So yeah, we went to.
Japanese whiskey.
I want to
Wow.
try Japanese whiskey. I'm
That's
kind of
crazy.
fiending for it.
Are you gonna get red face like the like all the anime characters that
For
go
real.
to an
The drunken
izakaya?
style.
Drunken style. So wait, so you had like skewers. What else you had?
The one that we went to was new, and they seemed to focus more on skewers. They had some like nigiri and other stuff, but I just stuck with the skewers.
Okay.
So they had a happy hour special, which was if you get a skewer with the Sapporo, you get a free veggie skewer, which is pretty dope. Yeah,
Yeah.
shishito peppers. And then I got some pork belly. They had wagyu. That one was really good. And then they
Okay.
had pork belly.
How would you know though if it's wagyu though?
I don't.
Because like I feel like every not necessarily not every restaurant, but like
Yeah, I mean they typically
Think
usually have
about-
like a wagyu option.
how does it make it affordable? Probably how much I have to pay to like source that Wagyu beef. You
Well,
know?
I think it depends. So with Wagyu, there's different types, right? So there's like A5, I think is the top. I don't really know, but
Yeah.
there's probably like different levels of Wagyu. So it might not be like the top of the line, but it's still like Wagyu grade beef, you know?
And there's also the Wangus. You ever heard about that one?
I have not.
It's like American trying to like take away from the Japanese at the
Oh,
end,
that makes sense.
and they breed Angus cows with Wagyu cows.
I thought you were
They
gonna
just
say
buy
like
one
wang
Wagyu.
these nuts in your mouth or something. I don't know. I really thought you were about to get me with that.
No, was that the one opportunity I ever have in my life? Oh my
Yeah,
gosh!
I like
I
it.
just, oh my god! I've been Stout has been always been getting me, guys, with these freaking jokes, and I can never get them back. I can't believe that would be it. But what else do you drink?
I just had a
In
Sapporo.
Izakayas? A Sapporo?
Yeah, I just had
Sapporo
two.
Black or
Just I think it was regular. Regular Sapporo. I had some the skewers, and then we went to another place, which I'll talk about later when we get into the beer topic. But
hell
yeah,
yeah?
that was pretty much it. Past couple of days, you know, just working,
Yeah.
chilling, going to the gym. Nothing too special. How about you?
For me, I've been kind of like doing the homebody thing. I don't know if I could say this, but I am kind of like staying home mostly. But then I did hang out with my friend. I want to say tequila, the one that's not
Tequila.
ranch water stout.
Gotcha. I think I
He's
follow.
tequila. He's tequila.
The Rock Boy
Or
boy.
mule. Or mule. Oh yeah, Rock Boy.
Rock
Yeah,
Boy
Rock Boy.
or Wine Boy? Rock Boy.
Rock Boy.
Okay.
Rock Boy.
Okay. Okay.
No, yeah. What we've been doing, we've just been like going like a weekday and essentially just going to bars, just bar hopping, just me and him. And it's been great.
It's always fun.
You know, yeah, you know him. It's like so is he always brings me a smile to my face.
That's good.
Yeah, it's always like we went to this gothic bar last week called Near Dark, and it's like kind of like a hole in the wall thing that it's actually around south of downtown where I live, which is a very sketchy place, but there's kind of building a bit better now, and they just have really nice smoke and kind of like old fashions drinks. I think you really like it.
I don't know.
And
I think the like speakeasies and bars over there are a lot more
yeah,
like artistic. I don't know. Like the one that we went to,
yeah.
by the water. 'Cause I
By
don't
the
know if
water.
that's too descriptive, the name of it, but it
You
was
just say we're and then we
yeah.
just bleep it.
Okay, yeah. Well, the one that was by there was really that was like a super speakeasy, and then we went to like the one before that one too
Yeah.
was like super speakeasy vibes. I don't think I found any like that over here yet.
Really? I guess they're more. I don't know. I almost want to say the place where you are is more hoppy, more like
Yeah,
happy going, hyper places, right?
yeah. It's like
I
so. There's
think.
like
Or pubs.
an arcade bar. There's like it's like I don't know. I feel like over here a lot of the vibes is more like dive bars, not more so like speakeasies.
Yeah, this is definitely more speakeasy. I definitely wouldn't call it a dive bar, like you said. I think you're right about that. Like, and oh my gosh, Stout. Oof, the bartenders were hot.
That's
They're
always
like, oh, there was this girl who, well, she embodies a gothic sense, and I saw her Instagram, and it's super. She actually goes to the Satanist temple.
oh god, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're into that then.
I mean, I feel like that's something that attracts those people, or I'm into those people sometimes. But and also the guy, the bartender, actually was really cute because like he's very fit. It kind of has dimples. I didn't realize I actually really like that a lot on guys, man. You know, it's like when they smile, you're like, oof, you can see the leather. But anyway, that's all I did really. I tried this mezcal drink that almost made me throw up,
This
but
guy.
And
Mezcal's pretty rough. I tried mezcal
mezcal's
too
tough,
on
man.
Friday. We went to the Mexican place and I tried mezcal there. He was like, the drink comes with this, and then and I tried. Oh, fuck, bleep, and I tried it. And it was rough. I can't lie. That I like tequila, but
Yeah.
I guess I just like tequila, not mezcal.
I think tequila is mezcal is too smoky. You know, that's a fair profile, and the smokiness really gets you.
For sure.
But yeah, that's what we did. Yeah, in the weekend mainly. We can talk about it next week. It's like I have a wedding to go to. Whatchamacallit, this weekend. I'm looking forward to it. It's by I say Wine Dude.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll talk about it next week.
Okay, well, yeah, so now it's time for the beer of the week. So last week we talked a little bit about how every week we're going to kind of try to get a new beer, and then we'll probably have, like, one of the more signature beers, so probably Corona for Lager, and then any Stout for me. Yeah, we kind of wanted to talk about it a little bit more and showcase it a little bit more. So for this week, I actually went with the same beer company that I got last time, the Paulaner. But I actually got a Munich Münchener Lager.
Münchener Lager. Okay,
Yeah.
that's cool. I guess this is the Paulaner episode.
Yeah. The last week was really good. I don't know. They were pretty good last week, so I'm excited for this one. What did you get, Lager?
First, we'll show the picture for your Paulaner. Boom. And then I got the. So this actually comes from dear in my heart, where I actually first had this during a German beer fest near to where I was living, and I had it first there from the tap. It's called Paulaner Oktoberfest Marsen, and it's like an amber style lager, and it's really good. Here the fizz. There's nothing. I was anyway. It's a better amber style. I'll take the first drink.
Cheers to new beers and good conversations as always.
Cheers. Yes. Oh, this is so good, man. Oh,
this is interesting. My beer looks literally like your beer in your picture, the lager. So.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like
the color.
Yeah, it's not as bitter as American style lagers, I guess. I feel like it has a little bit of sweetness to it.
They do. I think Paulaner beers definitely, or German beer really, add some underlying sweetness to it. Either because I've been looking up this stuff, and some people do describe at least the October one with underlying fruitness and dark toffee notes.
Dark toffee. Let me read the can. Usually on the can, sometimes they have like the notes that it can give. I don't think this one does.
I think it's the malt. You know, the malt they use for it. At least for this, is super rich malt for the October Marsen.
You know what we should do?
Like,
sorry to interrupt you. For an episode, we should do a pub, like a straight up pub episode, and get a bunch of pub food. And just eat while we drink. Because I was reading this beer, and it said Bavarian beer, and it made me think of a Bavarian pretzel. And I want a pretzel.
Oh, a pretzel. I think you're speaking with your stomach.
Yeah, you know the blue cheese pretzels they have at pubs or just
yeah, they are
called breweries. They're so good.
Do you ever like eat a lot of the nuts at a bar?
Oh yeah, you like eating nuts at bars?
Hell yeah, I do.
I don't think any of the bars that I've went to here have nuts. At least like free.
They're missing out.
Are they free or are they like the ones you just buy snacks?
No, they're free. The ones are just right there. Just like you eat while you wait for your bartender to like make you your drink or get you your drink, and you like eat something to put some, to make you feel like you're eating something while also getting drunk.
No, I feel like it's super smart to have something like that. But I think over here they usually have like $2 bag of chips or something. But they don't have free stuff. At least the ones that I've gone to. I've only gone to the ones in my little city, so maybe.
Your little city. Well, beep.
Oh. Yeah. GG's.
No, yeah, like so. Like, I'm liking Paulaner the more we drink. the more you drink it because which one? Which one did you get?
I got the Munchener
Oh,
Municher Lager.
I think it's Munchner. That's it,
I don't
or
know.
maybe Munchen. Yeah, I see it.
I see that U, so I'm like, it looks different. I don't think it's just Munchen. It's like Munchener because it's
Munchen,
like
Munchener,
Munich, like Bayern Munich. I don't know.
Master Munchen. But yeah, like Paulaner has been like around for a long time, actually, like super long time. I think the first time they brewed a Paulaner was 1516. It was by the monks in the New Dog Old Third Hour Monastery in Munich. Munich. They brewed the Paulaner Salvatore.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? It's old beer. It's an old.
I've been drinking beer for what 500 years.
Hell yeah!
Crazy.
You find the I guess beer is the elixir of life. I guess.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, like for in terms of this one, I don't know. I really like it. Just like let's say before, it's a hush nice maltase. It's sweet and some nuttiness at the end of it. I feel like I like to describe that. It's like Amber's beer are so nice because to me, because it feels like you feel the maltiness of a stout ish, like very light, but not too hard. And it's refreshing, almost like a lager. That's
Yeah.
how I look at this Embers.
I
Fun
like it.
fact:
I'm excited for.
what are you gonna do for that?
There was an Oktoberfest in one of the cities close to me. So I think I'm gonna go back to that. It was like $40 and you get like eight beers.
Isn't that like right after?
Yeah, it is. So that'll be interesting, I guess. I don't
You're
even
gonna
know
be
if
in
we'll
your
there for
honeymoon.
that. Yeah, we might be gone. I guess on the topic of
Wait,
whole
before we leave though, what would you rate your Paulaner mention?
I think I need to drink another one or two to solidify it, but
Whoa.
it has a strong start. So I'm gonna give it 7 mugs out of 10.
I'm going to give the Oktoberfest Marcen a good 8 bombs out of 10 bombs.
Nice.
Eventually I will rate the Corona. It's still coming.
Beers.
It's still coming.
To be continued.
Well, to be continued. All right, go on.
Yeah. I honestly don't remember where I was going.
Fuck, Stout. Come on. We were talking about Oktoberfest, I guess.
Oktoberfest. Oh, I remember.
I can't believe
the
that.
choo-choo train left the station, but guess what? I fucking chased that train down and I got it. So on the topic of September and the wedding and all that. So, bachelor trip. Gonna be going on a bachelor trip. We're gonna be turning it up as you might have heard in the last episode. I am getting married this year, and I am going to be going on my bachelor trip with my boy Lager here and some other friends in a month, a little bit over a month.
It's almost a month. Yeah. We're going to go. Well, we're going to like the land of the sun, I guess. Nah, that's not true.
I feel like it doesn't really matter. We're gonna go to California.
We're going to California. Check out the Rainbow Street. Be there for a week. I wanted to get some shirts, Stout, of you as groom and us as groom Secret Service, because we need to protect.
Are we gonna do the
what?
Button up with the bathing suit combo?
We should. Well, all right. I'm already looking. Do you already bought yours?
I did not yet.
Could you in Old Navy? You were able to find some.
Yes, correct. There was some pairs. So I kind of it makes me feel old because it's like match with the fam. So it's like the one where like you match with your son. I don't have a son, so I'll match with myself.
I guess you will. Will you have to pay extra for the son part, or it's all together?
Oh yeah, you do. It's like 2 separate things, but they have like sets. So I'm not sure if there's one
I'm,
for like a woman and a daughter, but
I mean,
there's definitely
is
that one for.
sour like child size?
No,
No, I guess
I
not.
don't think so. Fit in that. There's like they're like for infants, like 1 or 2 year olds.
I guess not. But yeah. I mean, looking at the ones in Amazon, I'm probably just gonna buy 4 of them. You know,
Mm,
drop 100 for it essentially.
that hurts.
Only because I want the vibe. But the thing is, to be fair, I am also doing before your trip. I'm doing a bachelorette trip as well with soju.
Dang, you're gonna be partying for like a month straight.
I know. Is those 2 months are the craziest shit I've ever happened to my face, to my life. Anyway, but no, yeah. So I'm doing it for both. Really, I need to get it for both essentially because I know we're not gonna go to that many things that require the bathing suits, but
Dog, we're
yeah,
gonna be on a floating boat in the middle of the
well,
ocean. What do you mean? Oh, you're talking about your bachelorette trip. Okay, I got it. I got it. I got
yeah.
it.
I was asked as a man to be the bridesman of a wedding. I feel like
That's
that's
dope.
you know what's crazy? I mentioned this to my parents, and my parents just keep or bewildered by the idea of me being a bridesman. They're old school.
Yeah, I think it's just
They're
different. It's a generational thing. I think. I feel
yeah, but
like
it was
nowadays it's not frowned upon or like not weird
yeah.
even. Like it's just you want your friends there. It doesn't
I,
matter whether your friends are male or female or whatever.
yeah. I guess for me, I just never understood like the whole. Well, back in the day, where when you get married, if you have any brothers as a bride, I guess you send that brother or your male friend you're really close to the other side, to like, so he spends all the time with the groom and not with you, who are you're more close to.
Hmm.
I just never understood that. I mean, I guess
Yeah, it
it's so
was.
crazy. The traditions and now it just I don't think they fly in my logical way of thinking. Not I don't, I'm not like I'm logic, but it's like to me, it doesn't make
Yeah, like
sense. Some
your
things.
ideals, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess for me, it's like hell yeah. Like Soju's probably gotta be one of my groom's woman. You know, you're my best man though. So I'll say it now. Um, but you know what I mean? It's like because I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It's I guess that's how it always was. But
Yeah, I think it was just more of just like the gender roles that were a
yeah,
lot more prominent. You know, a generation or two
yeah,
ago, just kind of
yeah.
the norm.
I
I
just
feel
think it's
like it's
so
weird.
cool.
It's
It's
weird because
when
like imagine you like if your sister was getting married and like they're getting married to someone that they met a couple of months ago and they want you on the court so you have to go to like a bachelor party with your brother-in-law which you haven't known for like that much. Like I feel like it's weird. Like why wouldn't you want to be with your sibling?
yeah, or essentially, or like
Or
the
like the
people you're
person that
close
you're
to.
close to. I feel like
Yeah,
it's more fitting. I don't know. Just my opinion, I guess.
yeah. Some would say like so I talked about this with some other people that we know. White Claw, I guess.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah, I got you.
I think so. I mentioned she doesn't say like yo, Lager. Like I think you actually will feel really well with a bachelor red trip.
Yeah, I
Because
think it's the thing you were saying last episode where like you vibe with both sides. I think that's something that you
yeah,
have that's a unique trait.
yeah, and I like that. I definitely have my feminine side. Yeah, and at times I don't say it enough, or I don't say enough, but like it feels like I'm living a double life sometimes. Yeah,
Yeah, I could get
style
that.
like with hanging out with you guys and all the friends, and then with family and all that stuff. Yeah, and it does. Sometimes it feels more apparent. Sometimes, yeah. I told my I told my brother. I haven't told my sister or my parents though. So
Yeah,
that's gonna be interesting. Because but anyway, not to talk about that. But like I'm excited for the bachelorette trip though.
yeah,
Uh,
dude.
It'll
I
be
hope
where
we have
we're.
a good couple of weeks. That sounds like a lot of fun.
It will be. It's just gonna be a lot of money spent.
Yeah.
So this thing better be giving us passive income.
Yeah, bro. We're investing in the future. This is a long term game right here.
Yeah, no, but I think that those parties, those trips, are gonna be even more apparent the more we grow old. Like,
Yeah,
or not grow old, but like
it's gonna be like that's just gonna be memories. Memories are priceless in my opinion.
experiences, because
Yeah.
that's something that our generation values way more than what our previous generation value. Like our previous generation value like property,
Yeah, getting a
you know,
house, having
getting a
kids,
house, security, or
getting
investment.
your job, doing your 80 hours weeks or even going more than that. I don't know, fuck that, bro.
Uh,
I'm here to
I
vibe.
think I think with the vibe, yeah, it's all about travel. At this point, I feel like next year, because this year you're kind of stumped style for travel, right? You have your wedding, you have your bachelor trip, and then you have your honeymoon.
Kind of.
But but
So
next
I
year,
think
man.
yeah, I think the our wedding's kind of pretty late in the year, so like I feel like after the wedding, we have another one. We have two weddings after that we have to go to too. So I feel like that with that travel, I guess
Shit.
after that, but like this
Yeah.
summer in a couple of months, I kind of want
This
to go
summer,
visit the motherland. You're gonna be going in a couple of weeks.
the motherland is what? Puerto Rico?
Oh, well, the motherland is Puerto Rico, but Florida.
Ah, there
I
is.
gotta
I guess we
go,
just.
and I'm missing the beach, dude. The beach, the
You haven't
beach
been able to go to the
vibes.
beach over there?
There's no beaches here.
I
There's just
guess not.
lakes. There
That's
is a
true.
beach, but it's like 30 degrees. That's just
You know what's
cold.
funny? You know what's funny? Actually, I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be here during that time. Actually,
I
so
know.
we can hang out
I
more.
know.
We can actually do an
We'll do an
in
episode
person
at
one.
your place.
We can actually do an in person podcast
Yeah.
when you come here.
We'll do
That's actually.
a keg, and we'll have some guests because we're gonna need guests to finish that keg.
I think. I'm so excited for the guest stuff. To be honest,
Yeah.
it's just like having more people, more voices. But you're always gonna be my number one, though.
Yeah.
My number one voice.
The Stout and Lager.
Stout and Lager, the start of
Two
something new.
OGs. But yeah, I guess
Uh,
on what we're talking about, I feel like there's
we're
kind
talking.
of some possibility to segue in. So I want something that I wanted to talk about was talking about traveling. The experiences being
Oh yeah.
worth more than money. What would you do if money wasn't in the picture? What would your passion project be, or what would your like ideal life be? Would you be traveling around a lot? Would you be just creating content? Like, what do you think you would do?
I think I would do like a lot of traveling blogs. I think that's gonna be the main one.
Mm-hmm.
I know my brother. He watches a lot of travel blogs by Spanish people. They go all over South America, Central America, and just take a camera and just go, and it pays for itself. But for me, it's like I want definitely. Right now, I'm 25, Stout, to give like more information about me. I want before I'm 30, I want to be visiting all the continents. Even Antarctica.
I mean, you got what? That's like one a year because you've been to Venice. Oh no, yeah, Venezuela. We said that. Every time I
It's
say
South
something
America.
personal, I'm like,
You want me to bleep it? Like when you
no,
said
I think it's fine. I mean, it's
okay.
it's not.
Because you make it sound like the end of the world.
Yeah, I know. I just freak out. I'm telling you, it's the training that we did, all the practice runs. It's like
Nah.
we'd like say stuff and we're like, oh, you said personal information. You got to drink. Now I'm like, excuse me. Anytime something comes up, I'm like,
Yeah.
hesitant. But yeah, you've had those two.
Yeah. I wait. Yeah, dude, I keep forgetting Canada's not a different continent.
Yeah, technically North America. South America.
Yeah. The thing, I mean, I guess technically touch all of Americas, kind of. I want to go to Europe. I want like actually gonna stay a year. I want to stay a year in some place, right? And teach English. Like, so say I want to go to Spain. I want to be an English teacher.
That sounds so dope.
Yeah, and I've heard people do it, and like either that or
I feel like the when you hear of going to teach English in another country, you hear of like Japan or like Africa, so, like
That's
even like
true.
in Europe, like especially in
I mean,
Spain, because since we have that Spanish, we already have some Spanish. It's probably a little different than European Spanish, but regardless,
how long would it be if I picked up the vosotros?
nosotros and the
Vosotros.
corazón.
Corazón. Corazón, tú de mi vida.
It'll be fun
No,
though.
but I mean, there's definitely a lot of people who legitimately went to Japan to just English teachers
Yeah, I've
because
heard it's kind of hard though. It's like this like what like the JET program or something like that. JLP.
it is. Do you know who I think failed that program or wasn't chosen by that?
Cool.
Ludwig.
Mm. Yes, I did actually know that. I thought you were gonna say someone
Yeah.
that we personally know, but yeah, he got
No.
shit on by that. And
Yeah,
speaking
shit.
of
That's so
which,
funny.
someone that we do know, I think the marketing or design for Hackable,
It was
I think
marketing.
she did it. You don't
She
remember
did it.
our year?
I do remember
I think she
that.
she was in Japan, so I don't know if she was teaching, but she definitely went to Japan.
She
So
did. She
she
did.
was there. Maybe she's a success
And
story.
maybe she is. I mean, she definitely does a lot of other artistic side, but definitely I want to see a lot of places. I don't want to be staying in one place, but at the same time, I know my parents. Oof, they would not want me to travel so much, but
Dude, I was telling my parents the other day. I was like, I kind of want to go to Spain. Like it's so scary, and it's so scary to
but
move and do all this. But like, I feel like that's how you have the experiences. That's how you grow as a person. That's how you do everything. So I'm like, I was telling them, I was like, yeah, I kind of want to move to Spain. And they're like, huh? You're already super far, and you want to move further? Like what?
that's always gonna be a thing with
Yeah,
Latin families, man. They
yeah.
just they say guilt trippy, but sometimes I get hit hard though.
Oh yeah, dude, it is.
Sad because I know your experience, and I've always had kind of like I don't know. I guess we're really tossing the coin sometimes, you know. But I don't know. I think I guess our mentality is like we need to live our lives before, you know, before having to be chained. I guess maybe,
Yeah, I
but
feel like the stage that we're in our lives, like this is where we need to go out and do stuff. Cause like even like hearing my parents, like I feel like this was kind of the age that they went around and they moved around, and then they eventually settled
yeah,
down in Florida. But like
yeah,
they lived in a bunch of other places. Like they lived in Connecticut, they lived in New York. You know, they moved around a little bit, and then
yeah,
I feel like once you have kids, that's when you're settling down and you're kind of just you're living for them, which isn't a bad thing,
yeah. It's a
but
bad thing.
it's different. You know?
Different people have different ways to like be fulfilled. Yeah,
Yeah.
kids is definitely one of them. It's like living your legacy, teaching, mentoring your kids, like kind of raising
Damn,
them.
I didn't think about that.
That's
We're
fulfilling.
training with all the mentoring we've done. We're training to be parents.
I think so. Essentially, like every time you're teaching someone, you're learning how to teach.
Beer number 3.
You were a dream.
Anyways, back to the good convos that we be having with these good beers. I think my passion project. So if money's not in the picture, obviously traveling. I'd love to travel, but I think
Yeah.
something that I really want to do is make a brewery. I feel like that would be
Oh,
super fun.
why?
What do you mean? Why we get to focus on the beer styles that we like? Excuse me, I burped. Beers are
Yeah,
hitting me.
yeah, you are.
But you get to focus on the beers that you like.
Hmm.
I love breweries. So like,
That's true. We
I
have
love
been
to
to a
chill
lot
at
of them.
breweries. Imagine chilling at breweries, and you own that shit. Like, it's so fun. I feel like it'd
The
be
thing
fun.
you have to own it till a point where like there's already a CEO, there's everything. You don't need any inputs from you. All you have to do is just show up to each brewery and taste it and everything. That's probably like the level you need to be at, right? I don't know. Cause
I
like
don't know.
I wouldn't want any of the administration
Yeah.
like duties. Yeah. that like makes me have to spend like 8 hours a day to do it. I think I want it to be at a point where like, all right, I have like 50% shares on this brewery. I have all the beers I can get at that point.
I think that's more of like a retirement thing though, because I think like breweries and
That's true.
wineries are typically passion projects where like you're not getting a lot of profit. You're either breaking even or like going through money.
You're right, because like there's a wine country near me where like it's a lot of wineries, and a lot of them are just made by families who they just have the cash to open one, and they just start doing it. And it's definitely not for profit. It's like they just want to have they already have the property. Might as well you do it with some, as a winery. And I get it. What kind of beers do you want to make? Every kind or just stouts?
I think sour and stouts.
Oh, that's cute. That's too cute, actually.
So like with beers, there's a lot of like IPAs, a lot of.
You're not gonna put an IPA.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. Fuck that. There's already enough of those.
Yeah.
There's not like a stout focused brewery, or a sour focused brewery. There is, but they're not big.
And they're more like it's just a side thing for most breweries. Like
I've only seen one brewery that focused on sours, and it was at a farmer's market. So it was like, it's not big of that big of a brewery,
When you say brewery, though, you mean like the distilleries, like are full on, or is it the place that you can go commercially? Like
we didn't go to like a brewery. They were just at the farmer's market selling the beer from their brewery.
Okay.
If that makes
sense. Mean? I think that makes sense. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting. I mean, hey,
those two are my, money's not in the picture. Traveling, just making beer. I feel like beer connects people. Beer. Imagine just working at a brewery, like we don't even have to be like super profitable. I'd just be happy, just like going in, having my beer on tap, making new beers, talking to people that come in and be like, hey, what's up?
What's up? Learning about.
Yeah.
I think for me, yeah, I think
like brewery.
You definitely more fulfill like just talking to new people every day. It's learning about life from other people. Yeah. I was gonna say that's crazy. That's why I almost want to be a bartender, man. Like I want to have that interaction with people, like the whole like I just be wiping my.
Bartenders have a certain personality type, and I kind of see that in your personality type.
Oh, thanks.
Never know.
You know what's crazy? I'm been told that I'm a good listener. I don't know if that's. It's crazy because like I don't know. But then I've also been told I talk too much. I don't know which one's what, but I think if someone's talking a lot, I definitely won't interrupt them, or like I just try to listen. But at the same time, it's like, oh my gosh, I definitely talk too much. But I want to be a bartender though because I've been liking mixing things. I know when we were hanging out back in college, we would be making a lot of different drinks. Yeah. And doing all that stuff. And that was always fun, man. But yeah.
We gotta link up and do that shit again. Because it's been a while since we've done that.
I know.
Like some flaming Dr. Peppers or some shit.
I need to do that again. Let's do it again.
Yeah.
Only because I just feel like that drink was never, I don't know. It never took off in our friend group.
Honestly.
It literally was.
I don't know. I feel like making a drink for your homies is so like it's such a like a. What? I don't know. For me, it's like a. Here, try this. Like it's like a act of service or something. I don't know exactly how to say it, but like it's just like you're like giving them something that you made, and you're hoping that it's good. And
the thing is,
it's good. It's just such a good feeling,
It is, but then I feel like a lot of times it's not, or a lot of times they don't like it.
That's part of the J's.
Yeah, because like the thing is, because I remember trying out this drink It was like a banana rama or like the Scooby Doo snack. I tried it with I think you, Sour, Bushy. I think that's their name. Nighty Light. Then maybe fuck. What's name?
Bleep! What do you mean? It's Pat Ron.
Pat Ron. I just couldn't see in the Pat Ron. I don't think you guys like the banana.
Yeah, I feel like banana
it.
flavored things just have too much of a banana flavor.
Yeah, and
There's certain like flavors that overpower. Like I
they
feel like
do.
orange juice, it's kind of a neutral mixer. Cranberry is kind of a neutral mixer. It gives it a taste, but it doesn't overpower it.
Yeah,
And I feel like
banana definitely
banana
overpowers.
fucking overpowers it. And with like even coconut.
Yeah, coconut definitely overpowers. I like the coconut drinks with some lime with it
Really?
to make
I've
some
never tried
sour.
that.
Like I love that. Like there's a place near me where they make a coconut margarita, where it's such a good mixture of coconut and lime all together, and it's just perfecto. But I definitely felt like, oh, you guys didn't like it.
Yeah. I feel
And
you.
definitely a lot of times, White Cloud definitely didn't like our drinks.
Yeah.
Well, not the ones that we necessarily make. Yeah, well, oh yeah, she didn't really like the ones that we made because I remember you guys made a strawberry daiquiri that she definitely didn't like, and it was so funny because because I know I think I remember seeing Cyrus face like, oh, okay, because she was the one that made it. And I feel that. But yeah. What can you do, man? So wait, I was actually gonna segue to this thing, forcefully maybe. First impressions, man. Like shit. What was your first impression of me when we first met?
That's a good question. So I think at first we were very much focused on the competition.
We were, yeah.
Like I'd ask you things and you give me tips. So I feel like it was more of like a. I guess the only thing that comes to mind is like back in like biology when they talk about like I think it's parasitic relationships where it's like a tick on a dog. So I was the tick and you were the dog because I was always asking you for
look at
help and
yourself
stuff.
like that.
But I think
I
as
guess
the time passed,
true.
so we were 2 years in a row, right?
No, we didn't.
Just one.
It's just that one semester.
One
spring,
officially. Because
and then I got and I got the next
Well,
fall
yeah,
semester.
sure. I guess it was only one, but I guess that first year it felt like that. But then as I guess we got closer and we just experienced more, it's just like just the homie vibes,
Homie
like
vibes,
you always gave homie vibes, but like I just felt like I didn't give much in the relationship.
So I guess I'll reverse it to you, where like I think my first impression of you, I think you're also. I think you were cool. Like thinking like we were able to buy, but I feel like you were also very muted, if I can say it. Or like I think you're depending on the vibe, you're not as whatchamacallit.
Yeah, I'm definitely like the first time you meet me, I'm a completely different person than when I'm comfortable with you. I go from like being the most introverted person you can meet to being a crackhead, pretty much. It's crazy.
Because like essentially, it is. Because I know. I think I remember our first conversation was. To be fair, that conversation was a lot of small talk. We're like, we just mainly talked about like school, classes. I think you asked me some stuff about my stuff with and and all that stuff. And it's one of those things where it felt like small talk, and I think we're both really not like good with small talk. With small talk, I just rambled. I think I ramble a lot, meeting people with people first, only because I feel like I need to be something in front of them. I feel like that's like you feel like there's some anxiety meeting new people and stuff like, and either you close off or they just don't know what to say, or you say too much, or like you try and be, I don't know, entertaining.
Do you remember meeting in room 4D? 4D?
4D?
You don't remember room 4D?
No.
Room 4D's nuts!
Wait! Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
You-
No, but yeah,
you're
I get you. I get you.
Wow, I was
can
like
segue
giving my fucking self to you, and you fucking do this to me.
I had to, bro. I had to.
I guess you did.
I saw this in a video, and I wrote it down. I was like, I'm gonna get this motherfucker over there.
You okay? Whatever. I remember though one of our first events was me driving you to this Japanese place.
Oh, you can eat sushi. That was
Oh, you can-
interesting.
Yeah,
You were
and
like,
there was,
you want to drive back? I was like, what the fuck? Hell no. I didn't
Drive
even have a
back
car
where?
at that point, so I was like, no, I don't want to drive back, fam.
Right, yeah. I don't know. I don't care too much. Well, I did care about my car, but sometimes like me having driven and like a year or so, I'm like, this is nothing. Like, yeah. It's like I think anyway I can do it, but the thing is, my first thought when I was doing that though, as I'm learning about you, I was actually afraid that we will never actually get along because you were so into, to me, like hip hop. Yeah. And I was showing you like stuff like
Yeah.
rock, Green Day, or
Well, I mean, I listened to like certain
music.
Green Day songs, like Foo Fighters, like Everlong, like the very popular like rock songs. But I wasn't like a hardcore like rock fan or like the anime intros that we listened to.
after, yeah, like
It was a good time though.
and then there was a third person in the car during it all.
He was vibing.
He was vibing, yeah. He was definitely roasting my ass from what happened. So what happened was, so I was your mentor, you're my mentee. There was a event at this Japanese all you can eat, and I was told by Mama Juana,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm talking about,
Hell yeah, I do.
that it was gonna be at this Plátano, and it was gonna be at this place. So I'm like, okay, I got it. I got the place. And no, I should have asked the actual organizer for it, but okay, that's my fault. So I drive you, and I drive this other person, and I drove us to this place, and then we call the organizer, like, hey, where are you guys at? Like, we don't see you.
Yeah, dude.
And-
When we came up, we were like, "Oh, like, I think there's a reservation for like this group," and the hostess looks so confused.
Yeah, she was like, who the fuck do you think you are? Like, I don't know anybody. And we asked, and it's like, oh wait, we're already here. And I'm like, wait, I don't see you guys.
Yeah.
And then ended up being like another place. And so I think we ended up hopping to my car, and I drive us a good 30 minutes, 20 minutes.
That was like 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
But the crazy
other
part
place.
was though that the person that told us to go to that place still ended up being just as late as us, and I think they knew where they were going.
I think so. I think he legitimately got there after us.
Yeah.
And then subsequently you and him went on a eating spree.
Yeah, we got there late, so like everyone was already closing their
late
stomach.
stage.
They had a couple of rounds of sushi. They were already
And then-
getting ready for the check, and then we pull up, and they're like, "Oh, does anybody want anything?" And everyone's like, "No, no." And then all of us that just got there are like, "Fuck yeah!"
Fuck yeah. And then so on, that started our tradition of going to this place and ordering a table's worth in one round.
It's good times.
And it's good times. Like I think with that also gives that first impression of us, we're gluttons, I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
What about you? What about in high school? What do you think?
No, in
Well,
high
no,
school, my first
oh.
impression was very different. In high school,
Yeah.
well, I guess it wasn't that different because I've always given off like, at first I'm very reserved, and then once I start getting comfortable with people, my love language is bothering them, I guess. So if I start bothering you, that means that I'm getting comfortable enough to you, and like the relationship's developing enough where I feel like I can bother you. But
You're
in
like a
middle
cat,
school, or like middle school and high school, yeah, maybe a cat. I'm a cat.
baby.
But
Okay, go on.
in high school, I would bother people a lot because I was like my way to like start the relationship. I guess I don't know. And it was interesting because like a lot of
I guess
people
you.
found me very annoying, but the
I guess
people
you
who
figured
found me
it out,
very
man.
annoying at the beginning are also still very close with me. So like I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know if like I was that impressionable or what it was, but yeah, I mean, I guess it just worked out.
I wonder if it's like the whole thing where like they'll call you annoying, but it's still like they're still there. They're still like there interacting with you. Yeah. They call you annoying, but they're the ones that are still interacting with you. The people who really won't connect with you, the ones that probably will ghost people.
Yeah, dude. Literally,
Yeah.
literally, low
All
key.
that shit.
I think the people that found me the most annoying from high school. One of them's coming with us on the bachelor trip. The other one is still
Oh
very
yeah.
close with us, but he's just in another country right now doing his own thing.
Which
So
one?
like my friend from the last episode that joined with us at the same time. He's in another country right now. He joined Peace Corps. Peace Corps.
Oh yeah, you did. Okay,
Yeah,
where?
he's in Lesotho.
So
It's
in
in
French,
in
Haitian,
Africa.
Africa. Okay, okay.
But yeah, they're like I think them two were the first people that I connected with in high school. They're still very close with me. They're very
That's
close to
good.
me, and I mean I consider them very close, and I think they do
When
too.
you
So
when did you met them?
I met them my freshman year. They were literally the
Freshman
first
year.
people that I talked to. So what happened with me
Wow.
was in middle school, middle school and elementary school. My
Mhm.
mom was a elementary school teacher, so I
Right.
just went to her elementary school.
Were you in
Since
her class?
I wasn't in her class, but I went to her elementary school. Since
Hmm.
typically in like American schooling, you're zoned for a school. That school you can ride the bus to, but if you go to another school, you can go to the other school. You just have to get your own transportation. So
Yeah.
since my mom worked at the school, I just rode with her, and I went to that. But the
Yeah.
school that was close to where I lived was different. So for elementary school, I went to a certain school, and then middle school, I
No
switched
wonder.
back to the one that I was zoned to. So I didn't really know that many people. And then in high
Oh,
school,
I feel that.
I
Yeah.
went back to the school that I was zoned to again. But for some reason, I mean, I in high school, I knew a couple of people, but
Yeah.
since like high school, you start having to have like different classes. It's not like I feel like in middle school for me, I had a lot of the same people in my classes. So in high school, there was a lot of different people. So
Ah, man,
the
I
first
feel
couple
that.
of people that I met were both of them, the one that's going to our bachelorship and the one that went to college with us.
Yeah.
Crazy. What about you? What's your
I
high
f-
school vibes? High school
My-
impressions, all of that.
I think for me, I almost want to say I'm actually was well. I don't know. Well, okay. First of all, what was your first impression of me when we first met?
Dog, what do you mean? I already went over that.
No, no, like, well, I guess so. Like, I don't know, cause like I feel like it's always different. But like,
I
I
told you
think
I
for
felt like
me,
I felt like the parasitic relationship. I didn't feel
I
like there
guess
wasn't much
so.
that I could give, but you were cool. Always down to hang, always down to help me. I appreciated that.
That's true. That's true. I guess that's the vibe. Well, like in high school though, I don't know if high school felt like easier to give a good impression, only because I don't know, you can always override your first impression. But like I think for me, I felt more comfortable talking to people, at least during the years of high school, like because it's just like you're put in that seat, right? Randomly,
Mm-hmm.
usually, or however you end up, and you start talking to the person right next to you. And to me, it just felt like normal.
Yeah.
It's like hey, I'm Diego. Nice to meet you. I would do that. I would do that for in high school, like and I don't know the whole. I guess you could say I don't think I was. I think my default when talking to people are always be me smiling. in a weird way. Well, now I wouldn't say weird way, but I think I don't just I don't know. I smile when talking. Have you ever felt that with me?
I could feel
Like,
that. Yeah, I can see that.
so I would do that a lot. I feel like that
It
I
might
came
be.
a
I don't
long
know. I
way.
don't know if it's like a crutch, but like I've also had another friend who just like they just smiled a lot in general. So it might just be that you just
Yeah.
like your tendency is to just be smiling, which is a good thing.
Well, I smile both nervous when I'm good. Yeah, like I feel like
Yeah.
it is. I get it's. I almost want to say it's a defense mechanism, almost. But
Yeah.
for me, I don't know. The thing is, I felt like I also had made a lot of friends between a lot of different groups in high school. To be honest, only because of the whole system of high school. Just you can put right next to people. Yeah, you're forced to. Anyway,
Mhm.
I was also being say deemed as someone of smart people, so that's why almost some people kept asking me for help.
I was a fucking idiot in high school.
You were
Oh, man.
a little bit.
I wasn't.
I
I wasn't stupid, but I was like I still was stupid. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I was in a lot of AP classes. I don't know if that says a lot of my
Yeah, I
intelligence,
mean,
but like,
I was like in that type of stuff too, but like I think I was just I don't know if it was that I was immature or if I just didn't like realize, but like
trope.
I just didn't care as much as I should have.
Yeah,
You know.
I think yeah, maybe. I think I care a lot because my parents put that fear of God of not
Mhm.
getting straight A's or not, all that crap. But I know a lot of people reach out to me a lot to like, be taught, be tutored, all that shit. I was
Yeah.
definitely reach out to a lot because I feel like I was the more I was smart, but at the same time I was also one of the more amicable people in those classes. Because
Or,
I know the other people were super smart in that class, bro. They hated being asked,
yeah, I feel like
to tell people.
there's like different levels. So
Yeah,
there's like the smart person who like only has time for like stuff that's gonna benefit them. So like doing all the AP classes, doing like all the volunteer
yeah,
hours, doing all the stuff that's gonna help them. And then
yeah.
there's like the group of people who are like they're smart, but they're just like they're not like because like I feel like there's like certain smart people that are entitled, but that's not necessarily everyone. But like there's also certain
No,
type of people that they're smart and they're just like they're just homies. So
they're
maybe you just
homies.
fall in that
Yeah,
group. Like you're down to help people, you're down to just chill.
I think I was. Yeah, I think I was. I feel that helped me. Like, I think that helped me find friends and all that stuff. And like, I think my overall vibe was always like, I'm a nice guy. I will listen to you. I will like talk to you. That's always been a kind of my first impression. I think. But then sometimes I'll be honest, like, it depends on the people though. Like there are times where like I don't know, not necessarily like I want to be disconnected, but more like I don't remember, or I don't know what to say
Mhm.
sometimes. And either I'm really quiet or I'm really like talkative. And when I'm really quiet, it's because I don't know what to say. Not necessarily. Well, I guess in a similar way, like the way you have is like you don't know what to say, so you might as well not say it,
Mhm.
kind of thing.
I think that's just
And
maybe your defense mechanism. So you're either like
maybe,
you either are talking because you have stuff that you want to say and you feel like it should be said, or you're not talking because you're like I don't know what to say. Because I
maybe,
kind of feel that too.
but
Like
yeah, I would say like when I met with tequila friends from like his like place, though I vibe so well with them. They're like, dude, I was joking around, listening, jumping in, all that stuff. I was like, I was really vibing with them.
I
I'm
think it's
gonna
just
miss, miss that,
yeah.
but
I think it's just like in general like you have that group of friends that group of people that have the same personality type to you because like even when I
maybe,
went to visit you like wine friend was a little bit different like we weren't as similar personality types so like I still had
Yeah,
fun,
I think
but
that's true.
I wasn't as like I wasn't myself as much. But
Yeah,
when we hung out with
and
Tequila, it was more of like it just clicked. Like we clicked. And I
like
think when you find that group that you click with, it's just nice, you know.
yeah, and
And that's you,
I
mother
think
effer.
that's you
You're that
too.
close with.
No, it's
Cheers
kind
to
of
that.
like it's crazy, man. You know, it's crazy. But like the first impression that they got, the wine people, they thought that you guys didn't like them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
It,
for me, I give that impression just because of like how introverted I can be and how quiet I get.
yeah.
Because it's
Yeah.
not necessarily like a matter of like I just honestly I get in my own world or I get in my head or I'm just like people are talking and I'm like I don't have anything that would add to this, so I just don't say it. And I feel
Right.
like that
And
that can be like, oh, like maybe he's annoyed, like maybe he doesn't want to be here, you know?
mm,
And
so
it's
what's
sucks.
better then? You think like risking what you think might not be perceived as like good conversation or good points or good interjections, or just not saying it at all? What do you think?
I think both.
Like
I don't
both?
think that like I don't think that doing the interjections the whole time is the way, but I also don't think that sitting quietly the whole time is the way, you know?
Yeah. I guess just the balance of it all.
I feel like
But
that's the cheap answer, but like realistically, like
the thing
what's
is
needed, you know?
realistically, it's something that you really can quantify. As normally, some
Hmm.
people can quantify it. Like some people have cracked the formula. You know, like those pickup artists, people who are just so like in tune with it. They have their own way of thinking about it. But like I don't know, for us, sometimes for the more introverted people, it feels like a formula that's like super nebulous, where it's like it's hard to really figure it out. For me, it's like I think mainly for me, it's like try to listen hard to what they're saying. If you can think of something to say after they speak, go on, or maybe ask a question and let them speak again. Just and also for me, I don't know. I think the whole smiling, right? Like I think for me, I think we talked about it before, Style. Or like I judge too harshly on you, or like I told you to smile more, but at the same time, it's like you don't feel like smiling. That's okay, yeah. But it's just like to some people, they judge on what your appearance is. Yes, I
Yeah.
feel like
I feel
just
like
like
it's just hard when you meet someone like all that you have to go like off of is realistically their mannerisms, their expressions. Like
no,
you don't have that context where like you and myself we've known each other since what
no,
2018. We know like
okay,
you
no,
may be quiet, but like maybe you're just vibing. Like maybe you're just
no.
drinking your beers, like enjoying the
Like,
vibes. It's different. It's just hard with like
no.
new people.
I'll be honest. I would for the person to like, you know, introduce you guys to each other. I feel so much pressure, right? To like make it to be like a successful one. And I thought it was a successful one. It is. It was a successful one. You just said it was just the one time, right? It felt like yes, you would probably buy better the second time. Yes, meet them. Yeah. But I also didn't really equate where like I think I may have talked too much during this whole interaction, right? So probably I also kind of like I don't know. I know you probably wouldn't have. Would you have interjected me during the situation? Like, would you be able to like interact? Would you feel comfortable to interject me? Like, we're like, you know, I don't know. How we would do it before. I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like with I don't know if it's necessarily my personality type or just like how I am or just whatever. But like when I'm with friends, like or even like if I'm with a friend and like someone who I'm meeting, like I usually am just more of the observant person, just because like I
You
said,
are.
once I get comfortable, I'm more open. But in general, like I feel like in conversations and stuff, I'm just more of like I'll sit back, listen, and then like I'll add a point or add a point or two, But
Yeah.
I'm not the one who's like always like, oh, this came into my mind, I'm gonna say it,
I feel
And
like
I kind of
the
wish I
thing.
did say it sometimes, but
Yeah.
just
I
different
feel
situations.
I feel the thing with you, like when you listen, you're not a natural smiler.
Yeah,
So I think people are
unless I'm lit, and
just
then I'm smiling all the time. But
yeah, that's true.
I think
I think
oh,
If that's something that comes into mind, like it's
Literally,
like
like if I have like a drink of alcohol, I just become normal. Like I don't know what it is. Like my
that
introvertism
sounds
just
so
disappears,
bad.
and like I don't even have. It's not even like that I'm drunk or that I'm super drunk. It's just like once I have some like alcohol in me, I just feel
Uh,
like the insecurities and all of the
yeah,
like all of the stuff in my head just disappears. And
that's good.
yeah, it's good,
I
but
feel
it's
that. I
it
feel
also
that.
sucks. I
No, it
gotta learn how to
sucks.
get that
Yeah,
without alcohol. 'Cause
I
it's
think
not the way.
for me, I just been just I just install my whole body where like when you're not listening, you're just looking, make eye contact, nod your head, and smile a little bit. Like okay, yeah, like okay, yeah,
I think
okay,
also though,
okay,
like
yeah, okay,
in
okay, yeah.
one-on-one interactions, that comes a lot more natural to me though too. Because like when it's a
But
one-on-one interaction, like I don't have the luxury of like, let's say you and someone else are talking. The focus is more so on you. If it's just like if I'm talking to
yeah,
you and I'm just sitting there looking at you with like a straight face, just like, taking what you're saying or just something, I have to have some mannerisms where like I'm like okay, like I'm shaking my head, like I understand you, or
yeah.
like I like smile, or I'm like I'm making eye
Some
contact.
like affirmation
Yeah.
gestures. So you're not even feel you don't feel like you're a judge while you're also
Mm-mm.
listening, or so that the person that's talking doesn't feel as judged.
Yeah.
Because like I feel like when you just stare at the person, you can definitely feel some judgment if you feel like someone's staring at you and all that stuff. But hey, want to take a break?
Yeah. I'm waiting for you, baby boy. I'm ready for the next one.
Yeah, cut the recording. Before.
Beer number 4.
So I literally just spilled all my drink all over my keyboards.
That's tough.
I know. When you were out, we were kids spilled that shit. Anyway, I wanted to talk about today, like about cooking, only because, and you know how last time we were talking about social life about as 20-year-olds. It's so interesting the whole cooking thing with 20-year-olds. It's like how many right now. Can you guess how many Americans say that they cook a meal? Every day. Or okay,
Probably like
how many?
43%.
43%. 61.
Okay, that's better than I
Just
thought. I'm happy. I'm happy with that.
can
I
you
was
guess
preparing for the worst.
for the can you guess what the women and the male discrepancy is about like
Probably like
who
42%.
to who?
That the women cook more than the males.
So what this here is 60% of women engage in food preparation on an average day. 33% of men does the same.
About what, 27?
Yeah.
That's fair. I think
Around there.
that's a very padded number. I feel like a
Probably.
lot of guys just vibe, especially if it's the like there's the bachelor pad, description, or like that's a whole thing, but there's not anything for like a bachelorette pad. So I feel like that
I mean,
exemplifies the fact that I'm right.
I like to say that with that, it's like when they say food preparation, do they just mean cooking the same thing every week? Or do they engage in like making a different thing? Not necessarily every day, but like, experimenting. I feel like that's
I think
also
I
a
just mean
thing
where
we
like
should
you
look
cook
into it.
something.
I mean,
I don't know. I guess it also depends on like what you consider cook, right? Because like putting something in the microwave could be cooking. Putting cereal in a bowl with milk could be cooking.
well,
Oh,
don't
it's
talk
all
about cereal
perspective.
for me.
What's up with cereal, pussy?
I love cereal, man. Not gonna
Yeah.
lie, as a 25-year-old, I want to see how many cereal I can eat. I'm gonna go back to it. I want.
Cereal is so good. I used
It
to
just
I think one of my favorite cereals is cinnamon toast crunch and frosted flakes.
Frosted Flakes is like, it's pure
Those
sugar.
are my top two. But
I f-
recently we got this protein cereal that shit was ass.
oh yeah,
Eating a
Cheerios.
lot of protein, cheers indeed. Eating a lot of protein and like trying to like focus on what you're eating is not fun.
No, it's not. I think Frosted Flakes is good because like I got back into it, but man, you really can tell it's just
Sugar.
sugar with some corn. And that's it.
You know
I
what?
just
Also, we've
recently
been drinking. Sorry to interrupt, but we've also been eating
yeah
Raisin Bran. I really like Raisin
Raisin
Bran.
Bran.
Raisin Bran or
I've heard
Honey
about
Bunches
that.
of Oats. Those two are really nostalgic for me because when I was younger, my grandma retired pretty early, so
Yeah.
I would go to my grandma's house when my parents would go to work, and she always
hmm
had Honey Bunches of Oats or Raisin Bran, and I really liked
You,
them even from a young
you,
age.
yeah.
Maybe I'm just weird, but those bitches are nostalgic.
To be
Anyways,
fair though, like
yeah,
when you're a kid, you I don't know, your tastes are pretty powerful. I don't know.
yeah, but I feel like when you're a kid, you look at like a raisin and you're like, ugh! You know.
Yeah, the thing is, it depends. I feel like because like we also when we were a kid, we would eat the gross, not necessarily grossest things, like the grossest artificial candy in the world, and we thought like it was good. But when we eat it now, it just feels like garbage. It just feels artificial. Like I don't know.
Do you think that's
I
just like the fact that like when you're like fucking a 12-year-old, your body can decompose everything, or like your body
maybe
recovers a lot more than like when you're 23 or 24 or 20,
maybe I think so. I think I just wish when I was a kid. Well, when I was a kid, I really didn't. I wasn't those kids that didn't like vegetables. Really,
I feel you.
well,
I liked vegetables.
although with a burger, I definitely was one. I would take out the tomato. That was that
I
was the
was
one I
for a
did not like.
while, but recently the tomato kind of be slapping, no cap.
Tomatoes?
Yeah, bro, a junior bacon cheeseburger with the tomato on it.
No, oh no, extra
Sheesh.
onions for me, man. I love
Oh my
onions.
god.
I can't. I can't. I'm pretty sure I can eat a raw onion if you tell me to.
Dude, burgers, dude, like the what is the McDouble, the chopped onions in that, chef's kiss, chef's kiss.
Cause
I don't know what it is, but it just adds such a depth of flavor.
I think so. I don't understand people who don't like raw onions.
No, yeah.
I don't know. For me, it just gives flavor. I feel like the lettuce gives the crunch.
Hmm.
Tomato makes
Tomatoes
it
is
not
watery.
as salty.
Hmm.
Like it kind of curves the taste, and then onions gives the saltiness,
Hmm.
like extra
I can see
salt.
why people don't like tomatoes, but I'm honestly like at the point where I'm just like, fuck it.
Why you eat anything?
Yeah, not that I eat anything, just like the tomato. I'm like, I should eat it. It's good for me,
Do you remember? Go back to the cooking thing. Do you remember what you first meal was
Well, like
as
what?
a when you that you cooked for yourself? Okay, I remember mine. Like the first meal you cooked for yourself.
So it depends. So when I started like getting old enough, where like probably like late high school, there would be
Yeah,
points where like my parents would leave me at home and they'd like they kind of baby me, like where it's like annoying. It's a
I
little
remember.
annoying where they'd be like, oh, like we bought you chicken nuggets, we bought you like frozen stuff that you put in the oven, and I'm like, bro, I don't want
What?
that. But
How
the
old were you
first
again?
meal, that was like 16, 15,
Oh,
17.
okay,
It
high
was high
school.
school. It was
Okay,
still high
high school.
school.
Okay,
But in
okay.
college, when I went to when I first left college for college,
Yeah.
my freshman year, literally the first like the day after they left, I literally the first thing I did was made mac and cheese.
From the box?
Yeah, man.
Oh my
It was fucking
gosh.
good.
Was it good? Will
Yeah,
you
man.
add
Mac
any
and cheese is a
protein to
comfort
it
food for me,
or
It's just mac and cheese, box mac and cheese.
do
And
you
the
do you
first
even
that first year, I made a lot of pork chops, a lot of chuletas, because at my house
chuletas?
we made chuletas a lot, and
Well,
it was bad because literally that was like I would eat like chicken, I'd eat mainly chicken. I don't think I made much like beef my freshman year,
yeah.
but I ate a lot of chicken and a lot of chuletas, and I got to the point where I got so tired of chuletas that like I don't think I cooked many chuletas until like literally the last time I cooked pork was like this year.
Just here
So
with sour.
yeah, I made some chicharron and I made some pork chops recently. So like,
Pork chops though, the chuletas, how you do it? You just like you salt and pepper them and just put it in the fry pan.
Yeah,
That's it.
I do them frito. A little bit of oil to give them the crispiness.
Olive oil or just any oil?
Uh, any oil really, depending on what we have.
Fuck me.
It's not
Okay.
like deep fried, but it's like enough oil where it gives it a little bit of a crispiness to it. If you get me.
And you eat it with rice?
Yeah, with rice. I really miss fucking plátanos, bro.
I know. You don't have any over there?
No, bro.
Maybe.
I might have to go to like a Mexican market, but if I don't go to a
Damn.
Mexican market, they're like $1 or $2 per one. Or like
Oh,
back home, they're like 4 for $1.
you just reminded me, man. I'm probably gonna order some Maduro plátanos from Walmart today for
Just
tomorrow.
do. Maduros are
Only
yummy.
because I need to order some mayo and then some cleaning supplies. So I'm like,
Mayo.
okay,
What do you need mayo for?
I put mayo on everything, bro.
Really? I
Or
used
I
to.
like mayo with rice and ground beef with potatoes. I guess to give you
Ketchup
what?
versus mayo.
No, just mayo.
Interesting. I've heard
If
of
it's
like salsa
spaghetti, I'll
rosada
do.
with spaghetti
But
with ketchup.
I did that. We do that a lot. Like back
Yeah, it's a
in
Venezuelan thing. What's up with y'all?
ketchup and mayo with spaghetti and meat. Oh, that's so good. That was like
Yeah,
classic
I
Venezuela.
used to really like just white rice with like a meat or just literally just white rice with fucking ketchup and mayo. Fire.
Fire.
It just
Yeah.
adds
No.
such a depth of flavor to it. I don't know why.
Was this before you met sour or
No, yeah, we did. So for us, it's not salsa rosada. It's mayo ketchup.
mayo ketchup?
Yeah, we did that with
Yes, I knew
tostones.
that.
So with tostones, you splat them. You put a little bit of adobo, and you put a little bit of that salsa rosada or mayo
Hell
ketchup.
yeah. Mayo
Fire.
ketchup.
Changes lives, dude. Honestly, it just changes lives.
I
But
always
even with rice
I,
too, I would do that. But I
so
think
I always
for me, with that, like
what?
with all of the stuff that you guys use, so like with pasta, with all that stuff, like I still find it
Yeah.
weird, but I mean it's not bad.
I probably it's not the best for the health, but
Fuck
I
it,
always
man. We're here for
I
a good
always
time.
remember, man.
I don't
I
know.
always remember when I was in high school. I had a friend who he liked to, even though he's like almost half Hispanic, really. Like his last, but he's like the whitest person you can ever know. But I guess
It
maybe you can
happens. It happens a couple of
maybe
times.
you can believe that. But anyway, he liked to do a lot of racy drugs. He's a very I feel like he's a very like middle in the political spectrum slash a little bit in the right spectrum. He like to do a lot. Like he would call himself
Oof. We have to
and all
bleep
that shit.
that.
Maybe I'm pretty sure we have to pick that. But anyway, when we went to like Busch Gardens, I mean, who cares about where? But anyway, Busch Gardens. We order fries. We sit there. We order fries from the restaurant, and like a normal Venezuela, I'm like, okay, I'm doing my own thing. I got mayo packets,
The
ketchup,
ketchup.
and I
Hell
made
yeah,
my
dude.
own
With French fries, God
French
tier.
fries.
Because
French
if you don't
fries.
have like ranch or like like the other shits, like if you just have ketchup
Yeah,
and mayo, fuck it. That's
yeah,
just so good.
it's so good. And I did it, and this guy was like literally almost throwing up of me
Oh
doing
my
that.
god.
And I was
That's a
like,
hater right there. That's a hater.
I mean, to some people, I get it. Like too much condiments, too much. But at the same time, it's
No,
like
dude.
I don't know.
Don't yuck
You
my
don't know.
yum.
Don't joke in my yum.
That's
Like
all
a
I gotta
yum.
say.
I know, man.
Yeah, honestly, I think that people just hate on things that are different. Like, for
Maybe.
us, mayo ketchup is pretty. I feel like that's a pretty Latino thing. Honestly, maybe in other cultures it's a thing, but like even like with Asian people, they have different types of food, and some people look at that and they're like, "Whoa, what's that? Is different," And it's just like every group has something that they find gross, and they're just haters. And I feel
Yeah.
like it's mainly when you're a kid, because you don't fully understand
Yeah.
the the weight behind doing that. But it just sucks, man. You know?
Have you ever let's throw it back to us, I guess. Have you ever had a moment where like you couldn't not to say you hated the food, but you had to take a bit more to like the food that you had at first?
Honestly,
Have you had that experience?
when I was young, my mom was the picky one in my family. So my dad and my sister were very adventurous, and
Uh
for a good bit of time, I was a little picky, just because like we'd get food and my mom would be like, "Ew, that's gross," and I'd be like, "Yeah, that's gross." But then eventually, I just was like, "F it, I'm just gonna try it," you know. And so like it started with like seafood, like
Seafood is definitely it brings up.
literally like I was so picky that like literally when I was like when I was young, I every time I'd go out to a restaurant, I just get a cheeseburger. But the thing was,
Young how though? High school?
no, like elementary,
Middle
middle
school?
school.
Elementary. Okay. Well,
I think
I think
middle
I
school
think
is
that's
when I
fair
started to
though.
evolve. But like when I
Yeah.
was young, like I just every time I'd get like, cause you know the kids meals, they'd always have pizza, chicken tenders, like hamburgers. Like it's kind of sucks because like
And a
they
dildo,
never had
but
like good stuff or like stuff that would like 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 train your palate. It's always that
no,
type
it
of
wouldn't.
stuff. But like
It just
I would always go for that, and like
yeah.
I was just so picky. And then like I don't know what happened, but like one day I was like, "Fuck it, let's just try this." I tried seafood, I tried sushi, I tried like all that, and then like from there I was like, "Damn, I just have to be more open to it," you know?
Was in college or high school?
That
You
was like
think?
late middle school, early high school.
Really? Okay,
Yeah,
that's good for
but
you.
I mean, by the time of college, I was putting it down at the all you can eat sushi place. You don't remember?
To be fair though, like are those places, man? To some Puritans, we were also
Yeah,
very
we were fiends.
we were fiends because we were just dipping all the sushi rolls in yum
Yeah,
yum sauce.
yeah, we were defiling sushi. If you
I just
were
got this
a sushi aficionado, maybe
kind
it's
of.
not the place for you. You can enjoy it, but it's not like it's not it's
No.
not it's not. I feel like honestly, if you go to an all-you-can-eat sushi, you can't expect god tier sushi. It's just not.
Oh.
It's just not like the at the price point that usually all-you-can-eats are. Like the
No.
most I've seen is like $30-$40. You're not gonna get god tier sushi for that.
Well, thank you guys for listening for the second episode of
First,
um you can listen to Style being very happy for you get to listen to this. Like and subscribe. That's what we say. We hope to you guys can comment what other BS you guys want to like hear about. We could probably like buy it off if you just commented and let us know what you guys think about our podcast. Send them off, Stout.
sure. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Love reading all your comments. The likes. Please make sure to subscribe. Yes. Thank you for listening to us talking. We hope to see you next week.
Uh, Stout and Lager signing off. Later,
Yes,
guys.
sir. And we're out.